Good morning. We are live.
Good morning, everybody.
So, so everybody knows my chat for some reason does upload. And so if you don't want your name to be in YouTube, please just give a thumbs up so I know you are here. Um, the normal, no bullying, no harassment, no judgment. If you can't be kind, don't be here. Um, so in the description, I put the book we are reading and the page and the step in tradition. Or if we are in the big book, I will be putting um, there's probably just a page because, or I might just put like if when we start Bill's story, I'll put out Bill's story or whatever. So
I don't know.
yeah,
But yeah, that's probably why I've been having headaches. And
yeah, could be.
in case nobody knows, I have high blood pressure and it was taken off a prescription and didn't turn out so well.
Yeah. Anyways, so today we are on in the 12 traditions and 12 steps and 12 traditions book. We are on tradition 11, page 180. Hello, Rat Pack. I did a video the other day and it has you shouted out in there. Hello, Dolly.
He watched it.
Oh, okay. Um, so we're gonna
Christian
start.
watched it and gave it a thumbs up too.
Awesome. Thank you guys. So I start off with the Serenity Prayer and then I will read the steps and we'll get into step or tradition 11. Almost gonna be moving on to the big book. If you have the book, please read along. If you don't, you can get one from a local AA meeting, usually. And they do have them at the libraries. And if you want to have one of your own and you can't get one from an AA meeting, please check Amazon. I am not affiliated or sponsored by Amazon, but I know you can get them from Amazon. Okay, thank you for listening, Dolly. Okay, so let's say the Serenity Prayer and I'll read the steps.
Thank you for the Roy and Becky raid.
Yes, thank you for the raid from Roy and Becky Travels. I appreciate everyone that is here and anyone that watches any of my other videos. I do have adventures. I am trying to earn some funds for travel, but that's on my adventures. So that will be discussed on Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, let's say our Serenity Prayer and get this meeting going. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, I have to move my glasses because you can't see to read with them on. Step 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defective characters. 7, humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. Hello, Roy and Becky. Thank you for the raid. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and become willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory of ourselves, and when wrong, promptly admit it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Go! Go lay down. Tradition 11, page 180.
Would you like me to read?
I can first.
Well, you just read, so I was offering.
Okay. Thank you for asking. Tradition 11. Our public relation policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity
Anonymity.
at the level of press, radio, and films. Without its legion of well-wishers, AA could never have grown as it has throughout the world. Immense and favorable publicity of every description has been the principal means of beginning alcoholics into our fellowship, ship. In AA offices, clubs, and homes, telephones ring constantly. One voice says, I read a piece in the newspaper. Other, we heard a radio program. And still another, we saw a moving picture, or we saw something about AA on television. It is no exaggeration to say that half of AA membership has been led to us through channels like these. The inquiring voices are not all alcoholics or their families. The doctors read medical papers about Alcoholics Anonymous and call for more information.
Clergymen.
Clergymen see articles in their church journals and also make inquiries. Employees learn great corporations have set their approval upon us and wish to discover what can be done about alcoholism in their own firms. Therefore, a great responsibility fell upon us to develop the best possible public relation policy for Alcoholics Anonymous. Through many painful experiences, we think we have arrived at what that policy ought to be. It is the opposite in many ways of usual promotion practice. We found that we had to rely upon the principle of attraction rather than of promotion. Let's see how these two contrasting ideas, attractions and promotions, work out. A political party wishes to win on an election, so it advertises the virtue of its leadership to draw votes. A worthy charity wants to raise money. Forthwith, its letterhead shows the name of every distinguished person whose support can be obtained. Much of the political, economic, and religious life of the world is dependent upon publicized leadership. People who symbolize causes and ideas feel a deep human need. We of AA do not question that, but we do have to soberly face the fact that being permanent, nearly every one of us had been an irrepressible promoter, and the prospect was frightening. Considering this explosive factor, we knew we had to exercise self-restraint.
The way this restraint paid off was startling. It resulted in more favorable publicity of Alcoholics Anonymous than could possibly have been obtained through all the arts and abilities of AAs. Best press agents. Obviously, AA had to be publicized somehow. So we resorted to the idea that it would be far better to let our friends do this for us. Precisely that has happened to an unbelievable extent. Veteran newsmen, trained doubters that they are, have gone all out to carry AA's message. To them, we are something more than the source of good stories. On almost every news front, the men and women of the press have attached themselves to us as friends. In the beginning, the press could not understand our refusal of all personal publicity. They were genuinely baffled by an insistence upon anonymity. Then they got the point. Here was something rare in the world, a society which said it wished to publicize its principles and its work, but not its individual members. The press was delighted with this attitude. Ever since these friends have reported AA with an enthusiasm which the most ardent members would find hard to match. There was actually a time when the press of America thought the anonymity of AA was better for us than some of our own members did. At one point, about 100 of our society were breaking anonymity at the public level. With perfectly good intent, these folks declared that the principle of anonymity was horse and buggy stuff, something appropriate to AA's pioneering days. They were sure that AA could go faster and farther if it availed itself of modern publicity methods. AA, they pointed out, includes many persons of local, national, or international fame, provided they were willing, and many were. Why shouldn't their membership be publicized, thereby encouraging others to join us? These were plausible arguments, but happily Our friends of the writing profession disagreed with them. The foundation wrote letters to practically every news outlet in North America, setting forth our public relations policy of attraction rather than promotion, and emphasizing personal anonymity as AA's greatest protection. Since that time, editors and rewrite men have repeatedly deleted names and pictures of members from AA's copy. Frequently, they have reminded ambitious individuals of AA's anonymity policy. They have even sacrificed good stories to this end. The force of their cooperation has certainly helped. Only a few AA members are left who deliberately break anonymity at the public level. This is brief, is the process by which AA's Tradition 11 was constructed. To us, however, it represents far more than a sound public relations policy. It is then a denial of self-seeking. This tradition is constant and practical reminder that personal ambition has no place in AA. In it, each member becomes an active guardian of our fellowship. Which out of that, I am reading that basically that it is okay the way that we do it here. We're not telling other people's stories.
No.
If they share their story in the chat, then they know because it's told to them previously that it is uploaded. We've tried to figure out how to not get it uploaded, but it uploads automatically. And we are, as AAs, if we want to share our stories, we have a right to share our stories. However, we cannot tell other people's stories and their names. That is solely their thing. If they want to do so, that is up to them.
Yep. I agree. I went public with mine because for me, I am not shameful. What's my bookmark? Anyways, I'm not ashamed of where I have come from. I'm glad I am sober, and I'm glad to say what has helped me to stay sober. I go public for myself and to share my story with all of you and to share, pass on what I have learned through going to the meetings and stuff, and being able to share my story with everyone. It helps me, and my point of doing this is to help the people who still suffer, and even the ones that are like having a bad day and just need to be able to listen to ways that you can go around those bad feelings and not being mean or judgmental to people. Like AA's taught me a whole lot of things in life, and I practice my steps every day without even knowing. So, even when I get in arguments with anyone, I will use my knowledge of AA to like get myself out of that situation. And one thing and one person in my home group always says, always have a way out. Always. And so that's what I do. If there's arguing going on and I know it's going to get worse, it's not going to get better right off, I will leave that situation because I don't want to say those bad things and hurt people's feelings and all of that stuff. So I do try to just walk away. Um, and that's with everything in my life. Um, I do still get in arguments with my kids and my husband and my sister. I'm not perfect. I still have those bad days, believe me. Sometimes I think the bad overrides the good, but I'm awake, I'm alive, and I have today. And I woke up sober, and that is what I'm proud of. I'm proud to live my life sober
Me too.
and being able to share my story here and helping other people, it is a blessing. It is a true blessing. Not everybody can get out and go to a meeting. Some people are in their later days, and it might help them to relax and know that they are loved and people care, and everyone prays for everyone who needs it. And that's
Exactly.
one thing that I truly like about this platform is that I'm able to share different parts of my life, my sobriety life through my AA meetings here, and then my adventures on my other part of my channel. I know eventually I'm going to have to separate the two, but for right now, I'm just going with the one. Um, but if the meetings help you, I'm more than happy to be here doing them and having people listen and know that there are people out there that will listen. It doesn't matter who you talk to. You can talk to a complete stranger about your struggles and about your alcoholism, and they will listen. And you never know when that one person is going to be the one that says, "Hey, I was there. I've been there." You know, there's more than
I
just you and me in being sobriety. There's a lot of people out there that want to be, who are, and who are thinking about being. Just do it. And just make sure it's you that wants it.
I I am a recovering alcoholic and addict. And I am proud to say that because I have been clean for 12 years, 13 years, something like that.
I think it's been longer than that.
But my alcoholism is my main addiction. I was
Yeah.
an alcoholic before I went to drugs. And then after drugs, I went back to alcohol. So one goes with the other or vice versa.
Yeah.
So I
Not
have found,
everyone has both, but
well, that's not what I'm saying. Not everybody
yeah.
does. But I know how it is. I've been there. And I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to share my story here with everybody, with you, with all of the great people that come and listen. Know that none of them are alone. there are other people out there who struggle with the same thing.
Yep. And a lot of us do have the same story, or some parts are the same as the others.
Similar.
Very similar stories that I've heard. Going through, I went to my normal group. I went to another group in a completely different part of Oregon. I also went to a convention on Mount Hood, and that was round all the way around meetings, and I got to be in on the bigger people
Hello.
in AA. I got to be there with them and listen to all the stuff that the secretaries do and all of that. In which, yes, they are all recovering alcoholics and they don't get paid. I mean, they do get reimbursed for their miles and their stay, but that's it. And that comes from your own group. So, like,
It's
that is,
donations only.
yep, it's donated. And if the group can't afford to send somebody, then I don't know what they do. But I have been to one, and I enjoyed it. I really did. And food is there. You can eat. Um, it was a lot of fun though. I got to meet a lot of people at that meeting. But so the only reason I know it says not to do all of these things that, and I know people are going to be saying, well, why are you? The only reason I am doing new meetings is to be able to share my life and my story and my sobriety with people that need it, who can't get to a meeting for whatever reason. Um, that's my purpose. That is what makes me happy and makes me think and know that I'm helping someone. I mean, that's the whole purpose. Pay it forward. I'm paying it forward this way, and I'm doing it for free because I got this for free. I'm not going to get paid to do this. So all of my meetings are free. I don't ask for money for them at all.
Nope.
And yes, when you are talking about it publicly, you don't want to say people's names unless if they say it's all right. That's the reason I say what I say at the beginning is if you don't want your name being seen or said, just give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that people are watching uh, or listening, whichever. And I know that people that do come into chat, they know that they're going to be in the live chat when I upload, because I don't know how to get it to not upload to chat because I'm in StreamYard, not YouTube. Now, if I was doing it through the YouTube app, I could probably figure it out. But since I've been going through StreamYard, I can't figure that part out.
Okay. I need someone to do me a favor. Check my YouTube channel because I think I got a community tab.
Give me a minute.
I think.
You do.
I got it last
Woo,
night.
woo. Congratulations.
I was so excited. I told I told Will, I said, he got up and he was smoking, and I said, I think I got a community tab. He goes, what's that? I said, it means I can post links and I can share out my friends and
Yep.
I can do all kinds of stuff with it. He's like, oh, really? I'm like,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
This is really cool because that has been my goal. Is I want to be able to share out my friends.
Well, now you can. That's awesome. Good job. You got yours faster than I did.
Whoop, whoop.
But yes, so that's this is why I tell everybody beforehand that if you want to not have people know that you're in here or be uploaded in the video that goes up on YouTube, please just hit the thumb up. Um, that will let me know that you watched or that you stopped in or whatever. I don't want anybody to feel like I outed them because that's not my intentions at all. The only intentions I have is being able to share this with all of you and help who I can. Um, my sister was telling me the other day, there's a lot of people that are watching your videos. I'm like, nah. And she's like, no, you need to check because I don't check it. And she's like, you need to check it. And one has 994 views. So I seriously appreciate that. I really do. Um, yeah, I'm glad for you. I'm happy. That's good. But I also uploaded an intro. Um, a good friend of mine made it for me. Um, so yeah, if you want, I just uploaded it day before yesterday. So go check it out. It's on my channel. Um, but it's been great being able to share my story. I've only ever gone public, well, shared my story at a meeting once. I've only done it once. Stood
I've
up in
never done
front of
it.
stood up in front of a meeting and told some of my story. And the whole time my heart was racing. I was petrified. But I can do it right here. I'm not worried about it.
Right?
That's weird. And it's completely different. There was only like 30 people. Here I'm talking to who knows how many. So, I mean, but I started off my channel with doing live streams. That is cool. That is cool. I'm happy. I already responded to it, by the way.
Thank you.
But anyways, next book, we've got one more um tradition in here. It's tradition 12, and then we start on the big book. And when you get into the big book, you might want to have a highlighter because there is so much information in the big book that I highlighted probably about half of that book, my first book, which I gave away. I've given away like 3 of these and 2 of the big books. So, yeah. And coming up in June, race day. Yeah.
sober.
Yep, and going to the pit. And my dear friend who's in chat is going with.
I get to meet her.
Yep, you get to put in for the day off. When I find out what day it is, you need to say, I'm not working that day. Because this has been planned for over a year. Just on that. Yeah.
So,
What's up?
My doctor did say that it's not a big deal that I started smoking again. But he's proud that I still don't drink. And it's incredible when you find a doctor that will take the time out to walk you to the lab.
Yeah.
Just to have that extra conversation with you. Basically off the record.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous. So nervous. And I don't know why. Because he's a cool guy.
My old doctor used to always congratulate me on being sober because she remembered the day I got sober. She wasn't my doctor when I got sober, but shortly after I got sober, she became my doctor.
Yeah.
So she used to always say, "Good job, you're still sober." So.
Well, my doctor's been my doctor for 6 years. Yeah. So I got sober about a year after I started going to that doctor's office.
Yeah.
But he's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yep.
And it helps that you have support. Hello. You got the famous belt loop in your chat.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully they know that the chat uploads.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much for coming in. I really appreciate the support.
Yeah. But so anonymity or whatever.
Anonymity.
Yeah. So on that note, I don't say other people's names unless if I have prior permission. And some of them are fine with it, and others are just watching maybe from a different platform or whatever, and they don't comment, they don't do the chat because they're not because they're ashamed of it, but because maybe they have some people that they don't want to have know about it.
Yeah.
So I try to never say the names, even though the names upload right onto YouTube. But
you are famous to me.
Okay, but because this is a AA meeting, I just want to make sure that I don't say anybody's name that, but
well, like you said, and maybe you should put in the description before you start the live stream. Maybe you should put in there that that the chat is automatically uploaded. So if they don't want to have their name in the chat, not to chat.
Yeah.
That way it's already there and they know.
Yeah.
Just an idea. I'm just spitting ideas out there.
Yeah, I just don't want everybody to get mad because their names get uploaded and all that stuff.
Of course.
Oh yeah, but that's definitely, yeah, that is a good thing to know that you can, if you get mad, just talk to him.
Yeah,
So
that's what normal people, well,
yeah,
not normal, but that's what people should do is talk about it, talk it out. Don't fight.
yeah,
That's awesome to know.
I'm shy usually.
He's got a really cute pup named Nikki. Oh my goodness.
I have a really cute pup too. His name is Copper.
Yeah.
He's the star of the show.
But he's not a pup no more. He's a big dog.
He's almost 11.
Yeah. But yeah, anonymity is we're not asking people to share their stories or out themselves or whatever, but everybody is welcome.
Yeah,
Just like a regular meeting, if you go to in public, out in a building or park or
yep,
wherever it may be, it's you can go there, and I'm not going to go and tell everybody, you know, your life story that you're sharing. That's not my place.
yeah,
If you want other people to know your story, you can tell it. But conversation is conversation.
yep, exactly.
Yep, my cat has over 1,000 views of Bear Bear
Yeah,
sleeping on the couch.
pets are loved.
Oh, he did yoga with me last night. It was pretty cool.
I saw that.
I'm trying to get healthy, y'all. I'm really trying. But yeah.
Yep.
I got my community tab. Now I can start sharing people out. That
Yep.
makes me very happy. Very, very happy. And I got to announce it on your AA meeting. Thank you for letting me do that.
You're welcome. Anyways, I think we're about done.
Okay?
And I will be on my adventure part tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And she is one of my good friends that I met through work. We just stuck to each other. We
Right?
I made it a year, and she's been there a little over a year now, and we. Who are you, and why do you think you need to say that? You got a thing coming, lady, because I don't ask for money, and I'm not a con. I am actually me. And if you're gonna be in my meeting being rude and disrespectful, see yourself out.
Already gone. Don't worry about it. It's already gone. Nope. Not going to happen on our watch.
Thank
That one's
you.
blocked. And I've seen her before, so.
I have too. All right, let's say our prayer and close out this meeting.
Okay.
I'm praying for that lady. She needs
Me
help.
too.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Keep coming back. It works.
It
If
works
you
if
work.
you work it. Thank
Love
you,
you
everybody.
guys. Have a great day.